All right, I don't have much experience with Labo fragrances, so I picked up a bunch of samples to kind of give them a shot. They seem pretty niche to me, and I don't really understand what they're doing. So let's see if I can figure this house out a little bit by going through these samples. All right, I'll start out with Sandal 33. There's a nice, really quality sandalwood that hits you immediately. Pickle smell everybody talks about. Smells more like a fresh cucumber to me. Which I get the same thing, but it's not that briny vinegar smell. The violet and leather kind of round it out nicely when they start showing up. The dry down, it gets kind of earthy. The cedar wood really stands out, and there's some spices that come into play too. This has a real outdoorsy type of feel to me. It has a real airiness about it too. It's very engaging because it's so unique. I just can't quit smelling myself while I'm wearing this. I think this would be best spring or fall. This is really off to a good start with this house. I've heard all this talk about Sandal 33 and the pickles and stuff, and I just didn't think that would be something I liked. But man, I really like this. Matter of fact, I love this. This is so interesting. All right, another 13 is a molecule-like scent profile to me. I get a lot of like ambroxan in it, kind of like a molecule O2. Really nicely sourced clean musk to this, and I really like the musk they use. I get a like pear and apple. This is just a really satisfying scent profile with that pear and apple mixed into this. I think there's also some isosupery in this and some other aroma chemicals that kind of make this light, airy, and really effervescent. It's pretty linear. I don't get a lot of transitions in this. There's some slight ones, but not a lot. Just really clean, unisex, with really good performance here. More of an atmosphere, subtle type of fragrance, almost if you don't want to wear a fragrance, but you want a light smell, this is really a good one. Composed of all these molecules, they're pretty synthetic. This is a interesting perfumery. The perfumer chose to pick all these molecules and kind of blend them into something different. And I really appreciate the artistry of this, and I really like the way this smells. This also would work as like a good layer with other fragrances, but I like it on its own. All right, Eucalyptus 20 opens with this camphor type of a eucalyptus, kind of smoky and green. A lot of incense really quickly too, and it kind of stays throughout the fragrance life. The green aspect of it kind of comes off as a pine, which I love in fragrances. Has this real outdoorsy pine forest vibe to me. Some nice spiciness to this, and some woods and some resins. Not really a spa-like eucalyptus scent profile like I was kind of expecting to smell. I feel this would really be good in the fall. And man, this might be my favorite one of all these. I really like this one. This is a great fragrance, and I just like the outdoorsy pine forest vibe, man. I love smelling like that. This Vetiver 46 is a lot of incense mixed with this smoky vetiver. It's got a green tone to it with some spices, quite a bit of woods, dries down kind of amber and earthy. Very high quality here, really smooth and classy. This would be really perfect on like a cloudy gray day in like spring or fall to me. I like the open, but I really love the dry down on this. So I had this house kind of pictured in my mind as Labo. Like some of the fragrances I tried from Dua and various clones, like I just didn't think they were that good. And plus it was earlier in my, fragrance journey. I had this in Byredo's, just seemed like houses I didn't like or really understand, but I'm already this far into it. I love this house. This is great perfumery. I'm into this house going forward, and this is one of my favorite houses right now at this point for a new one that I found that I'm really like stuck on. So I'm gonna be really digging into this house and getting some full bottles and some clones and some other stuff and playing around with this house a lot going forward. All right, Tonka 25 is a musky, airy orange blossom fragrance at the open. Pretty fresh at the beginning of it, which is kind of surprising. I was thinking Tonka, not expecting fresh, but with that orange blossom really showing up too. It's got a nice fruitiness to it. The Tonka bean and vanilla give it some gourmand tones to it. And then there's some styrax in the base that started making it more animalistic. This has kind of got a light and airy feel about it. There's like, a cloudy sky. It's a molecule-like scent profile. Same thing they like to do on a lot of them. There's this nice orange vanilla notes mixed into it. Really doesn't make me think like typical Tonka bean in any way. Definitely a fresh, musky, animalistic, woody take on the note. I really like the way they've done this. Not exactly what I was thinking it was going to be, or I don't think anybody would if they're thinking Tonka. This fragrance has that outdoorsy feel to it again, and I really like what they're doing here with this one too. Bay 19 is supposed to be a earthy, like after the rain type of smell. It's got green patchouli notes, some juniper berry, musk, and woods, all kind of blended together to create this like a wet earth after the rain smell is what they're going for. Yeah, I really appreciate the artistry that went into this. It doesn't smell bad, but it's not really that good either. But I do like this fragrance. I'd probably enjoy this on a real rainy, gray day. It has this real somber tone to me. Kind of be good when you're just kind of like feeling alone and somber and just want to spend some time by yourself and just think about things. I think this fragrance would kind of hit on a day like that. Probably wouldn't need a full bottle of this. I could probably get away with a 10 ml of this. So I do appreciate the artistry that went into this, and it's a nice fragrance for, you know, maybe even a funeral. This would be a good fragrance. It's just, it sounds weird to saying all this, but this does have a different tone to it. Okay, this Rose 31 is a unisex down the middle, maybe slightly masculine leaning rose fragrance. So if you're trying to get into more masculine rose fragrance, this is a good one. That 31 at the end is saying that there's 31 ingredients in this, or components of it. So that's what they like to do at the end of any of these, whatever the number is at the end. That's how many components are in the fragrance. This is like a watery rose too. It's not like a jammy type rose. There's a really nice cumin note in this that kind of comes off as just spicy. There's a lot of incense in this from beginning to end, and there's also a lot of musk in this. Really finely tuned woods and vetiver that move forward as it dries down, and the rose starts taking a back seat a little bit. Just a well-crafted fragrance. It kind of reminds me of something that Amouage would come up with. It kind of has that Amouage type of smell to it. I'd say spring and fall would be the best for this, and man, I'm just really liking this house. This is a really good fragrance once again. Latinum 18 is a slightly powdery, just a little bit of sweetness to it, some resins, and there's some animalistic notes, especially as it dries down. It's spicy and woody with some nice musk, sort of a lighter version of a musk ravageur. I don't really like powder that much in fragrances, but it's done to perfection here. I really like how they used it here. Just a touch of vanilla in the background the whole time. This is unisex down the middle to me. Probably best in the fall and winter. Kind of lounging by a fireplace is what I picture. Just a comforting scent profile when you're just kind of snuggled up indoors. Good performance on this too, about 6 to 7 hours. As I mentioned, man, I'm just really loving this house. This is another example of one I really love. This Lavender 31 starts out with a fresh soapy neroli, and there's a juicy citrus and bergamot that comes in almost immediately. You get a real high quality smelling lavender here. There's different levels to lavender, and this is a really high end lavender they've sourced here. Gives the fragrance a kind of richness. It dries down kind of like a dirty, amber, musky type of fragrance. With a little lavender pulling back a little as it dries down. This definitely leans masculine to me. Kind of an aromatic fougere type of scent profile. You know, just kind of touching the net. It's not really deep into that territory. This would be perfect in the spring to me. About 6 hours of pretty good longevity. This is one of the best smelling lavender fragrances I've smelled. The quality of materials here is really good. Great job on this one. If I mentioned I really like this house. Nor 29 opens up with this aromatic fig, and there's a black tea accord. They come in pretty strong immediately. And then there's some cedar wood showing up too really quickly. As it dries down, you get a light hay and tobacco note. They're really light, but it does give it a little bit more complexity. The dry down is interesting. It's more musk and vetiver that kind of make this like a pissy smelling scent profile. And it's not too bad of a smell, but I don't love it necessarily, but it isn't bad either. I know when you know, smelling like piss isn't something that is really appealing, but it's actually kind of addictive. This kind of seems like you should be wearing this out on a night out on the town, going to like a jazz club all dressed up to me. I don't really like the tea notes or fig that much, so this is probably the least favorite of all these fragrances here that I've smelled today. Really good perfumery here, and if you like tea and fig, you'll probably love this. It's probably unisex, leaning masculine to me. Pretty good performance on this, 6 hours. I'd probably wear this any season, except I wouldn't wear it in the summer probably, but you could. And I probably wouldn't wear it in the winter, so spring and fall would be the best too. But really, you could wear it any season. So yeah, great house. Really like going through all these samples, and this is the only one I probably wouldn't want a bottle of, or at least a 10 milliliter of.
Bottles on the dresser, Vincent, stay flexing. You can call him the professor. Got a noose in his pocket, musk in his veins, citrus on the wrist, woody notes go insane. Naturally punches, Amber got the kick, mixing in like a DJ turntables, wiki wit. Photo explosion, Vince in the whip, pull a rabbit out the hat, playing magic with these tricks. Vincent makes sense. What's the aroma? Vanilla.